This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Most of you listening right now are probably multitasking. Yep, while you're listening to me talk, you're probably also driving, cleaning, exercising, maybe even grocery shopping. But if you're not currently operating some kind of moving vehicle, there's something else you could be doing right now that's easy and could save you money right from your phone. Getting an auto quote from Progressive Insurance. Drivers who save by switching to Progressive save nearly $750 on average. Plus, auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. There are discounts for having multiple vehicles on your policy, being a homeowner, and more. And just like your favorite podcast, Progressive will be with you 24/7, 365 days a year, so you're protected no matter what. So multitask right now. Quote your car insurance at Progressive.com to join over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
Angel, look over your shoulder. Hurts, doesn't it?
Well, you know, it kind of itches a little.
Don't just stand there, burn him.
Gee, maybe he's broken. What the hell is going on?
This one cannot be burned. He's clean.
Clean? You mean he's...
There's no humanity in him.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Angel.
Yeah, baby. I'm back.
And welcome back to Buffering the Vampire Slayer, once more with spoilers, a podcast where we're watching and discussing each and every episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer one at a time for the second time, this time with spoilers. Kristen, all you will get from me is my support and my respect. I'm Jenny Owen Youngs.
And I'm Kristin Russo, and out of every single line in this entire episode, I chose the same one for my introduction. So you know what? All you're going to get from both of us,
wow,
is our support and our respect.
Incredible.
Today we are discussing, Season 2, Episode 14, Innocence, of which none is left at the end of the episode.
Oh. Oh, Kristen.
Listen, I can't help it, okay? I told everybody to turn off the television at the end of the episode, and y'all press play, and you kept watching, so it's not on me.
Okay, well, Innocence was written and directed by Joss Whedon and originally aired on January 20th, 1998, okay?
Okay. Now, we've been back and forth, right? For like 25 years, I told you this is the one where, according to IMDb. And then for like 3 episodes, I said this is the one according to the official episode synopsis. But, you know, if Jenny Owen Youngs is writing us episode summaries now, that's what we're gonna pop in here. I'm gonna do my best delivery of Jenny Owen Youngs's episode description. So are you ready, Jenny?
You know, I'm full of regret and anxiety. I am already prepared to admit that I could have done a better job.
Oh my
writing
God.
the summary, but I will brace for
I'll try
impact
to
now.
hold that conflicted emotion inside of my heart.
Put that into your performance.
While I read, yes. This is the one, according to Jenny Owen Youngs, where Buffy wakes up in Angel's bed alone. Angel wakes up on the pavement outside, and oh no, he is evil, which we can tell by watching him drink deep of the blood of the living. Angelus, how am I doing? Am I channeling?
Great.
Angelus reunites with Spike and Drew and starts an eyeliner-specific makeup tutorial YouTube channel. Oh no, Willow catches Xander and Cordelia making out, and we all cry. Oh no, Angelus breaks up with Buffy, and we all cry. Oh, God. Angelus tries to kill all of Buffy's friends, leaving no room for confusion in Buffy's mind that he is now regular evil, not shitty boyfriend evil. Oh, no. Buffy takes off her clattering and cries, and we all cry. But at least after she tuckers herself out weeping, she falls asleep and has a dream that points her to Jenny Calendar, who instantly comes clean about her true purpose in Sunnydale. Keep Angel and Buffy apart. Cordelia helps Xander steal a rocket launcher. That was Kristin laughing at Jenny's joke in real time. Oz says some ridiculously romantic things to Willow. Buffy blows up the judge and then kicks Angel very satisfyingly in the dick. Giles wins Dad of the Year award by offering Buffy his support and respect, and Buffy shares the saddest scrunchy sock birthday ever so far with her mom. Woo! A doozy.
I'd like to thank the Academy.
It's hard to both read all of that for the first time out loud and also channel your energy, because your energy, like, I have pretty high energy, but your energy is like 3 times mine. So that like really winded me. Oh my God, Jenny, I know we're in the intro still, but do you know what I did today?
What?
I increased the text size on my phone.
Oh, no! She's 45. She's 45.
I bought cheaters.
Oh, no, you have to take a screenshot and send it to me. I need to see how big it is.
I bought cheaters to like see if like maybe my phone looks funny because I actually can't see it very well. And the cheaters said, yeah, it's because you can't see us very well, Kristin. And
now you're wearing cheaters. And you've increased the font size of your phone?
No, it's just like on my phone, I'm like, am I really going to like pop? You know how many times I look back and forth from like my phone to something else? So I figured
Sure.
I should probably, it's really, you're the first person I've told. I haven't even told my wife. I did it. I just did it. And I've been carrying it with me for the last couple of hours, and now you know.
Well, I don't know if I've said this to you. I don't know if I've said it to the listeners, but in solidarity, I will tell you that a regular occurrence in my household is now Jess holding up her phone in my face to show me something and me having to grab her wrist and move her hand back about 8 inches so that I can read whatever it is.
Yep. Yeah, well.
In conclusion, we've never been younger or hotter.
Yep. As Jenny said, fresh as daisies earlier.
Fresh as daisies.
Before we got on the microphone.
Kristin, I got to tell you something before we open up the cold open, which is that Xena Warrior Princess has been taken off of Prime. I know.
That seems homophobic.
So it does feel extremely homophobic. So this is really me telling you you're safe for now.
I'm safe for now.
Safe
I thought it was
going
to be you telling me I needed to buy the DVD box set now.
Well, you should, because it would improve the quality of your life. But I'm not going to force the issue until it's back on a streamer when I can really campaign for us to talk about it.
Yes. Okay, that's fair. That makes sense. I thought you were going to go into the spoiler warning and I was going to tell you, don't worry, Jenny, I can't see it anyway. So, can't spoil me if I can't see it, you know?
I do know. But in case you can see, in case you have young,
moist...
Yeah, if you have young, moist eyes, unlike us, and also if you have young, moist ears, listen up to what we're about to talk about. Into every generation, a spoiler warning is born. We alone wield the strength and skill to discuss things from any of the following sources: all 7 seasons of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the canonical Dark Horse comics, Angel the TV series, also those canonical comics. Also, you know what? Why not? Firefly.
Yeah.
Dollhouse. Kristin's
I haven't
never
even seen it, but I'll spoil it.
Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog. Kristin's never seen it.
I have too seen the sing-along.
Oh, okay. Scream 2. I Know What You Did Last Summer. Cruel Intentions.
Just to be fair, I will spoil anything from the Scream franchise that I so choose. But yes,
what I was
two specifically for Sarah.
SMG appearances. Okay. And anything that exists inside of the Buffyverse or, even next to the Buffyverse, and anything that may be announced or released as we go. If you're watching this show for the first time with your young, moist eyes and you're not ready for them to be spoiled, you can listen with your young, moist ears to our spoiler-free coverage of this episode, which originally aired on April 26th, 2017. Kristin, can you tell that I've really got something going on today?
Yeah. This is the second time we recorded the episode, and Jenny is full of vim and vigor.
Yeah, the vigor levels could not be farther apart from taping 1 to taping 2.
Speaking of like aging and the aging process, I wonder how we felt inside of our bodies on April 26th, 2017. I feel like, I don't want to know, but I have a feeling it was markedly different from how we feel right now.
Oh, like spry.
Yeah. Spry.
Moist-eyed.
Moist. Everything was moist and spry.
Whoa. Not everything, just our eyes.
And our ears.
In our ears.
Joanna Robinson was with us for our original taping of Innocence.
And if you're the special kind of person who just got on the ride with us recently and you haven't listened to our episodes from the before times, from our original run of the show, can I just say, if you're going to listen to anything, an episode with Joanna Robinson is like really top of the heap.
It really is. And this
was her first appearance. There we were on the threshold, standing on the yawning maw of BFF ship.
We should put April 26th in our calendars as our anniversary with Joanna.
Our Joanniversary?
Yeah. Joanniversary. Yeah, that's nice. I like that. We'll play a clip later from inside the episode, too, because not only did Innocence give us Joanna Robinson, but it also birthed the concept of Hellmath, or at least,
wow, yes,
scattered the Hellmath seed in our brains. I think the jingle and the... Listen.
Scattered the seed?
I'm sorry. Okay. You know what? Scattering seed is actually something that farmers do with actual seeds. It doesn't have to be about a dick. Okay?
Okay.
Speaking of dicks, stay tuned at the end of this episode to listen to a song written by Jenny Owen Youngs.
What the hell?
We'll play the song from our original airing. That was undoubtedly written by Jenny. Surprise and Innocence, I think both were Jenny specific. And then we'll talk about it together, like ex-wives do. Big thoughts, yes. Jennifer, on Innocence. Are you going to sneeze? Are you going to make it?
I've been hiccuping, but I've sent them away.
Okay.
I've banished
the hiccups.
Thank you. Anybody listening, if you've got hiccups, can I just say, think of 7 bald men. The 7 bald men that you know in real life. Mm-hmm. Think of them. Or draw a horse in the air backwards. Okay, big thoughts about this episode. David Boreanaz is having a good time.
Honestly, having the time of his life. It's like he's just been freed. Angel was freed from the prison of having a soul in his body. David Boreanaz was also freed from a prison of having a soul in his body. He is going...
David Unleashed.
Seriously. He's going so hard.
It's funny how both performances, Angel and Angelus, are just the most drama. But they're so different.
They are. He's so dramatically sad and guilty, and he's so dramatically evil and evil,
Like evil and like pleased with himself.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, like this is where David gets to exercise his comedy chops, which will go its hardest in the television series Angel. That's when we really get to see him lean into comedy. But Angelus gives us this, I don't know, this like evil mixed with eyeliner, really. It's the eyeliner that kind of defines, I think, the performance.
And his eyes.
Wow. Defining everything. Eyeliner.
Yeah.
So I have some other big thoughts, Jenny, but they are sort of nestled into the episode. So they'll come up when they come up. The cold open begins at the factory. I was calling it the warehouse for the entirety of Surprise. So I'm going to call it both, and you just need to figure it out. Why are you laughing at me?
Because I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at this scene because the judge is like making a YouTube video and he's like, We begin in a comfortable seat. You know?
Yoga with the judge.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Spike's pissed off because he has no time for like meditation. He just needs death and destruction.
Yeah.
After Spike, gets his panties in a bunch, Drusilla collapses, and I think we are to imagine that she collapses right as Angel loses his soul in the rainy alleyway, which is interesting to me. Does that happen? Like, would that have happened to any sire? You know what I mean? Like, is it Drew?
No, I think she's got a gift.
So it's more her gift and less that Angel's her sire.
Yes.
Okay. It got me thinking, though, about the fact that, I mean, really, how many vampires do you think have souls or have had at one time souls while being vampires? Is it just the two?
Two. Approximately two.
Drusilla was sired by one and sired the other. Like, I just feel like there's a lot of magic happening in the Drusilla of it all.
Yeah, that's really something.
Was Drusilla's name Drusilla before?
I think so.
Because Angelus and Spike both needed to make fancy little names.
Yeah.
They're nothing alike. They're nothing alike.
Spike.
Yeah.
Call me Spike. I go by Spike now.
Darla and Drusilla were like, we're fine with our fucking names, you guys.
Yeah.
Hashtag men, I
know. I suspect that. Sorry, I want to just go back to the Drusilla Angel connection really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think that her power is what's allowing her to experience that, but I feel like the fact that he is her sire also, like, I think that she is more strongly connected to Angel than she even is to Spike.
Oh, wow.
On a sort of, like, cellular and metaphysical level.
Oh, God, Spike is so mad about it, too.
I know.
He's just never going to get over it.
Faithful listener to the pod, Spike, please stop writing your email. You are big and bad and tough and cool.
Okay, the other half of the cold open, I think this is one of my favorite moments of all time. Not when Angel is crying for Buffy in the rain, or when he says, so we only got him saying Buffy in Surprise at the end, but in this one we get one, oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So he knows it's happening.
He knows.
He has like a moment of awareness before his sort of consciousness is like pushed deeper down into his being.
Is it pushed deeper down, or does it zoop off into the ether? It just scoots right out there.
Right. Well, okay. So Orb of Thessala captures a soul from the ether, but we know that like Angel, after being re-ensouled, Angel remembered everything.
Right.
That he had done,
right.
that
so
his
he was
body
in
had
there
done as Angelus.
This is confusing. This is confusing stuff. Also, like, what the fuck did, like, you know how when you become a vampire in this universe and in other universes, you kind of like retain some of yourself, like kind of gay vibes here.
Uh-huh.
So in Surprise, we had this like moment where the judge was like, hey, you two reek of humanity to Spike and Drusilla. And we'll get to, that Angelus has no humanity. What was was Liam just a complete, I mean, I know Liam was like a shithead, obviously, but like, was he devoid of humanity? Where did the Romanis curse him with an empathy and emotion that he didn't even have as a human? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it just feels like the Angel that we know has more humanity in him than could be possible given the lack of humanity that Angelus has and that seems to have stemmed from him as Liam prior. Now, that's some fucking Hellmath. That's like hell division.
I'm sorry, you're saying that Angelus's lack of humanity is related to Liam's
just because
personhood?
he's not your ordinary vampire, ordinary vampires just kill people, and as we see with Drusilla and as we start to see with this episode and the rest of the season, Angelus doesn't want to just kill people or hurt people. He wants to destroy people. He wants to like rip them apart piece by piece. He delights in the evilness of that. So like, I would think that has to somehow come from the person you were before. Like, what makes you unique as a vampire I would think has to be the person that you were before you became the vampire. So for Spike and Drusilla and other vampires to have like some differentiation from Angelus just makes me think that Liam was like maybe more than a piece of shit. Like Liam was a Warren. Like if Warren was turned into a vampire, Warren would be like this level of evil, you know?
I don't feel like I feel like we see time and again. We saw it in the 2-part pilot. Jesse is not Jesse when he becomes a vampire.
Right, but what I'm saying, I guess my question is, what is it that makes Angelus want to kill every single member of Drusilla's family before siring Drusilla? What is it that makes Angelus, whatever, want to, you know, put his leather pants on and destroy Buffy in the scene that we're going to talk about soon? Like, that seems very specific to Angelus.
That, I think, wanting to destroy Buffy is punitive. Like, it's a punishment for the feelings and emotions that Buffy pulled out of Angel when he had a soul.
Right.
Angelus is mad about that. And he did do a lot of naughty stuff in his first, 100 years or whatever as a vampire. But the thing about it is that we see all the vampires do evil things. Maybe he has like a certain arts and crafts. Like I've got a vision for this. You know what I mean? He
makes vision boards. That's what sets him apart.
Yeah, and they're just all covered in like intestines, etc. But he's expressing himself. If you want to look at it like that. Mm-hmm. But I don't think that he is doing that much more than the rest of them. To me, the judge being like, there's humanity in these two, Spike and Drusilla, that's like their love. And that, like, I think comes from, is like a holdover from William.
Right.
Of his sort of like romantic side and his poetry writing impulses, etc. And then I think Drusilla is specially equipped to receive and reciprocate that because she has something that other vampires don't have, mm-hmm. which, is this sort of sight that she's had since before she was turned.
Right. And maybe something that I'm trying to unpack inside my brain is like for Spike, it's so clear how William informs Spike, right? Like you can see the like insecurities that were in William and how they play out in Spike, and it feels like very much set. And I think before saying any of this out loud, I was like, it just feels so extreme to me that somebody as evil as Angelus could be as good as Angel. But then in thinking it through like that, I'm like, oh, actually, no, maybe that is the set. Like maybe it is that you are extreme. Like he is somebody who is extreme in whatever it is that he is doing. So, still thinking it through. But what's a podcast if not thinking things through out loud, right?
Yeah, and I just feel like we really don't have very much information about Liam.
No, we don't. And honestly, a lot of times I would answer you saying that by being like, give us the spinoff. I don't want it. I'm good. Thanks. You can keep Liam's backstory. I'm okay. Okay, let's get to the end of the cold open, which is one of the best things that ever happens. Question mark? Do you agree? Do you love this?
This is incredible. First of all, don't smoke in this alley. Don't do it. Also, fascinated to see the exterior, like where Angel's coming out from. What do you think? How long do you think it took him? Sorry, we'll get to the thing in a sec, but how long do you think it took him to put all of this clothing on?
I mean, far too long. But I realized, like, we talked about this in Surprise, and just like literally yesterday in our coverage of Surprise, but like, I realized that in writing both episodes, it's good that they wrote both episodes together because Angel could have gone out naked and it would have been fine. But then imagine him trying to be evil naked. Like imagine if he was naked when he took a drag of a cigarette while biting this woman's neck.
Also, we really, it's very important that we save Angel butt naked for the fall from heaven.
The fall. The shiniest butt that has ever been shiny.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so
he smokes through the neck of his victim.
He really does. And I personally have questions about how this is possible, but
I mean,
it looks cool. What a great concept.
Your jugular is somewhere over here.
I'm touching my throat.
Yeah. So am I.
And I'm thinking about how long vampire teeth are in this show.
But think about how with the right force you can sort of, squish a neck. Like you don't have to get from here to here. You can just sort of smush it all together. Just need a little nick.
But then you'd need to remove the fangs so that you could suck the air / smoke through the holes, but the holes would instantly be occluded by the blood and tissue that would be closing back up around the punctures.
My issue lies there, actually. I think you could get access to the smoke with a good bite. A good enough bite.
But then how do you get it out?
Well, how do you swallow and inhale at the same time? I don't think you can.
None of my business, Kristen. Absolutely none of my business.
Moving along, LaToya also had a note about this scene, which is that this is probably also where Angelus gets his makeup from. He kills this lady. He inhales the smoke from her trachea. And then after she drops, he takes her makeup bag. Canon.
This is simply the best point.
LaToya always has simply the best points. Oh, God. Okay. Credits. Act 1. We're at the Summers house, and Buffy has just come home and is like, usually she carries the weight of the world on her shoulders. Today, she's carrying the weight of, oh my God, I had sex, but now I'm still in my house and everything is where it was, and my mom is still my mom, and this feels wild. Which I remember this. Like, I remember not like necessarily like I had sex for the first time and I feel weird because now I'm still at my parents' house, but like being like, starting to like actually be sexually active, and being then like inside of my house and like at my dinner table or like whatever, it felt so weird. Like, I mean, I guess technically I was lying by omission, but like it felt like I was lying, or it felt like I was two different people, or it felt, I don't know, it's a tangible feeling that I remember.
This is not the same exact thing, but I'm thinking about when I came home after like the day that I got braces, and I was like, whoa, things are happening. Time is moving linearly. I'm older than I once was, and I will never not be older than I once was. You know what I mean? Like things are going in this direction.
Right.
These are going to be in my mouth for years. I am chugging along towards adulthood. You know what I mean?
You were like, my teeth will always be straight. I will never remember what it was to have teeth that were not straight, except for then you probably got a retainer and you didn't wear it, and your teeth are just wherever they were before, just like all of us.
Not to brag, but yeah.
It's the experience of every human being who's ever had braces, I think.
Oh my God.
But yeah, it's this not going back kind of a feeling. And like I didn't feel like I can't go back now necessarily in those terms, but I just felt like, really, I just felt like my own person in a way. Like I felt individualized in a way that nothing else up to that point had really made me feel. I made this decision. I did this thing, and it felt big enough, like,
yeah,
the feelings associated with it were so like it's such an overwhelming thing, I think, for a lot of young people, that you're like, having big feelings, and they're not the kind of big feelings that you're gonna usually share with your parents or your family members. And so you're having them by yourself. And so you become aware, I am my own person. I exist without them. You know, like I stand apart from them.
Yeah.
It's amazing that we have the only two children who will never experience that and will always simply just be our children and never apart. But for the rest of the world, you know, this is a common.
It's going to be tough for everybody else for sure.
Yeah. Anyway,
I wanted to point out, I caught this on my third watch. Buffy's sneaking in the kitchen door, the back door. Then she's sneaking up the stairs, except she's not really sneaking because she's like clop, 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 clop.
She really does stomp every foot.
Then she hears her mom and she just immediately does an about face and is like coming down as though she'd been up there all night.
Right.
And the first two times I was like, what? And then the third time I realized that it's because she forgot that she was supposed to be at Willow's.
Oh, okay. That makes so much sense.
And then her mom's like, how was Willow's? And she's like, oh, right. Yes. The place that I definitely was. Totally.
She's like, oh, right. Round robin. That was the Buffy before Buffy had sex. The Buffy after Buffy had sex. Wow. Okay. And Joyce, like, you know, is like, is everything okay? Like, there's just something. And I think it's just her sensing that Buffy is lying. I don't think I could tell my child has had sex or been intimate with somebody.
You don't think?
I don't think. I'll let you know in, 45 years or so.
Okay. Great.
Okay. So in the library, we get the report that no one has found any boxes from the judge. No pieces of the judge have been found.
Okay.
Sadly, Buffy also has not checked in. So we know Buffy's fine, but the Scoobies are pretty fucking worried.
Willow and Xander are like, let's go save her. Let's go to the warehouse. And Cordelia's like, to do what besides be scared and die?
And she's right she's right. Just hard to stop.
Oh, yeah. She's right.
If Angel and Buffy have been killed, then certainly we don't want Willow and Xander heading in after. But this is important. I think that these two and then slowly this whole crew is going to show us that it doesn't actually fucking matter. If there's a possibility that they might be able to help Buffy, they're going to go in. Yeah. No matter what. And so they go to storm out as Buffy walks in and they're like, we were going to save you. And Willow, I think pointedly is like, well, some of us were. Giles is like, I would have gone. I would have. I just
was totally in my plan.
Yeah. I just needed a minute to hum and haw and take my glasses off and put them back on a couple times.
So Buffy clues them in, confirms that the judge has been assembled. She tells them that she and Angel got separated as they were fleeing. Jenny Calendar is going to search the net.
Of course. That's what she does best. Well, that
one other thing she does well.
A couple of other things. Do you think, okay, in a reality where Buffy and Angel have had sex, but he kept his soul and Angel was very sweet in the morning and whatever, she returns to the library. Do you, clearly she's not going to fucking say anything to Giles or Jenny, but is she gonna, because she doesn't confide in Willow even. Willow eventually, give her a few beats and she puts two and two together, but she doesn't say anything directly to anyone. And I wonder if that's because she hasn't found Angel and she doesn't know where he is and feels like this different kind of vulnerability in the fact that she didn't wake up with the person that she went to bed with, Yeah,
I think that if she'd woken up next to him and everything was fine and she was just at school, she would be like, guess what?
Right. I think the only other like really relevant piece of info that we get here is that when Buffy kicked the judge, it made her feel like she had like a fever, which is something you can't you kind of can't get that from the scene itself. And then like knowing that that's the power that he has at his kind of lowest setting. In the factory, we're going to play our friend. There's going to be like more sound clips in this podcast than usual because
Just a lot of good things are happening.
it's just there's two. I showed all the sound clips that I had to Jenny and was like, should I cut any of these? And she looked them over and was like, absolutely not. Every single one of these
Absolutely
must
not.
stay in. So Drusilla, I think like if you just saw me on the street and you said, hey, do your best Drusilla impression, I would be giving you a bit of this moment.
I'm naming all the stars.
You can't see the stars, love. That's the ceiling. Also, it's day.
I can see them. But I've named them all the same name. And there's terrible confusion.
What do you think she named them all? Jenny.
I don't know why, but my brain immediately went to Todd or Teddy. So, you know. What do you think? hello@bufferandcast.com. What do you think Drusilla named all the stars? What if she named them all Miss Edith as well? What if she names everything Miss Edith?
I could see that minimize. It's like there is terrible confusion among the stars, but for Drusilla, there's like no confusion.
Yeah. Yeah, the stars don't know how to refer to each other, but Drew's good. Enter Angelus. Okay, so here's the thing. We've always operated as Angelus is the evil name and Angel is the good name. This episode made me a little confused. There's a point later on specifically where he's like, now I'm really Angel or whatever the fuck he says. And I would like to establish, if it's okay with you, Jenny, that in this space, when we say Angelus, we mean the evil version. We'll play it a little loose with Angel since he does, but I just feel like Angel is what he shortened Angelus to when he had a soul, so that everyone would understand that he was now an angel, you know?
I'm a different guy now. Well, I don't know, man. I feel like his like I am Angel at last is more to me it feels more like petulant villain squawk, you know, than it does like an actual declaration of something.
I know that this shirt wouldn't sell well, but I want a shirt that just says petulant villain squawk on it.
You should have one just for you.
Just for me.
I think.
We opened with this clip because that's what you have to do, actually. You know, Angelus is Angelusing the fuck out. And the judge tells us, of course, which we've already talked about, he cannot burn this one. There is no humanity in him. Drusilla says, Angel? And Angel says, yeah, baby, I'm back.
I'm back. Oh, yeah, baby, I'm back is...
This is some fucking Angelus bullshit.
Also, his face after he says, I couldn't have said it better myself, is worth going back to look at.
Also,
he's doing a bunch of stuff with his face in this up that is just like so fun.
Also, Jenny, like he starts the whole thing off with like a Broadway kind of an angle, which is a really interesting choice for
I did not see that coming.
An evil vampire. He's like talking about like a show-stopping number and just a choice is all I'm saying. So Angelus is back, and Angelus is going to be back minus a brief ghost possession in I Only Have Eyes for You until the end of the season. So I'd like to really watch this time around David Boreanaz's like development with Angelus, because this is like he hits some beats really, really fucking well in this, and some like we'll talk more about the fight scene at the end. But in the fight scene at the end, I was like, it's a little hard for me. It's a little over the top for me in moments. But I think that as we go, he's gonna like hone it in even more.
Yeah.
I would love to. I don't have time for this, but I would love to then go to the Angelus episodes of Angel and just like sort of see how, how it develops and how it changes. And you know what? We don't have to do any of that because we could just ask LaToya Ferguson, who I'm sure has a notebook of
has copious notes.
Since this is a podcast, you all don't really get to see me very often, but what I'll tell you is that I wear very little to no makeup. I've never liked the way makeup feels on my face, and even when I've done events where I've had makeup done, I just feel like I don't look like myself. I recently started using the Jones Road Beauty Miracle Balm, and it is one of the few products that I now keep in my little mini arsenal. I don't need any brushes. There's no complicated routine. You just use your fingers in the balm, pop it on your face, and you have just a very subtle glow. They offer many tinted colors. I use the one that's just natural, so it's pretty much clear and just a little bit of shimmer. I'm a new mom. I don't have a lot of time, and I often just don't do anything. This has been a really nice change where I feel like I get to do a little something for myself, and it doesn't take a lot of my time. The best part is that all of their products are actually good for your skin. Every formula is packed with skin-loving ingredients. It nourishes your skin instead of clogging it or caking it. And like I said, it looks and feels natural, like you're not wearing makeup at all. If you want makeup that brings out your natural glow instead of hiding it, Jones Road is the way to go. For a limited time, our listeners are getting a free cool gloss on their first purchase when they use code BUFFERING at checkout. Just head over to jonesroadbeauty.com and use code BUFFERING at checkout. After you purchase, they're going to ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them that we sent you.
I've been trying to craft a nighttime routine that actually helps me unwind. Adding a Soul Out of Office gummy has been a game changer. It helps me quiet my brain, relax, and ease into the evening. It's such a simple shift, but it's made my nights feel so much calmer, and I'm definitely getting a more restful sleep. Soul makes feeling good simple. They make delicious hemp-derived CBD and THC products. They use precise dosing, clean ingredients, and formulations designed for predictable, feel-good effects. And their best-selling out-of-office gummies deliver a customizable, calming buzz, from a 1.5 milligram microdose for a gentle lift to 15 milligram for a deeper, more elevated experience. As a person who requires a very small dose, I really appreciate just how finely their dosing breaks down. Give yourself the gift of a healthier unwind. Right now, Soul's offering our audience 30% off your entire order. Go to getsoul.com and use the code BUFFERING. That's GETSOUL.com. Promo code BUFFERING for 30% off.
All right, let's go to the second act where Angelus lights a match on the fucking table. He said, Emulation Watch begins now.
He did say that. I've been watching people make fire without flint on Survivor lately, Kristin. So I'm really... It takes a lot more to impress me.
Are you like, I know you're not applying for Survivor anytime in the near future, but do you have a short-term goal of being able to start fire without a flint? Are you working on it?
You know, it would be smart of me to develop that skill, especially looking at the world around me and thinking about the immediate possibilities that loom on the horizon. But I'm going to let it ride. A lot of people, this is foolhardy. I see people make this mistake all the time, and then you're at next to final tribal council, and suddenly, in order to get to the final three, you have to compete in a fire making competition. But you didn't work around camp all season long, so you didn't hone your fire skills, and now you might be going home because of your lackadaisical attitude towards fire.
Is it just one more quick question, and then we can save the rest for a Watcher's Diary? But is the primary way of doing this magnifying the sun? Is that the vibe? Is that the only way?
No. It's like they'll take they'll chop down a big, I think, bamboo stalk, trunk, branch, whatever, and then that you carve kind of a channel in it. And then you're like rubbing. I'm sorry you're seeing me do this on the camera. Yeah. You're taking another piece of wood and like, God, I really gotta stop doing the motion.
Jenny is literally Buffy in fucking Hush right now. Like, but for me and me alone.
they like take another piece of wood, put it in that channel, and like move it back and forth very rapidly to create friction, which generates heat, and then you like eventually you hope to get a spark, which you can pop into some coconut husks, which you can then nurture. It becomes a small flame, and then you know you build and build from there. Although in a recent season that I recently watched, one guy he was trying to start a fire using his glasses, and he was working on it for a couple hours and nothing was happening. So he was like, fuck it, broke his glasses in half so that he could stack the lenses, exponentially increasing the power of what the sun was filtering through. It still took him an hour and 15 minutes, but he did eventually get flame that way.
Wow. And I, as established, have incredibly poor vision. Both.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't even have to break your glasses in half, Kristen.
One lens would do it.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Oh, this is another reason for me to not apply to be on Survivor, because I probably couldn't wear contact lenses.
Oh.
Probably have to wear glasses, and I'm just not, I'm simply not crawling under a heavy rope net through mud or jumping into a hay bale or doing a swimming challenge in my glasses.
A swimming challenge?
Oh my gosh, they're always
No, I just mean, how could you do that? I couldn't do that without my glasses.
You'd have to do it without, I guess.
Yeah. But that's what I mean. I wouldn't be able to see anything.
Uh-oh. Guess you weren't meant to survive.
I wasn't. Listen, let's be real.
Outwittest of the fittest, lastest of the fittest, outplayest of the fittest.
One thing that I don't think you get to see on Survivor is when one vampire who had a soul and doesn't have a soul anymore kisses the forehead of a vampire that doesn't have a soul but will one day have a soul.
So true. They've never shown that on Survivor to this day, despite my many impassioned letters.
Season 50 is on the horizon, Jenny. Maybe it will be the season with vampires kissing vampires.
So this is interesting, right? Drusilla's like, psst, we're going to destroy the world. Want to come? And Angel's like, not really. That's not really what I mean. I don't really care about that. I care about killing the Slayer. Cut to end of this season when Angel is like, all I want to do is destroy the world. And Spike is like, actually, I like the world. It has bloomin' onions and Morley cigarettes. So I don't want to destroy it. What do you think about that?
Yeah,
we get a real reversal in a mere half a season's time.
A little switcheroo. Yeah, I'm less surprised about Spike's switch because I feel like Spike is just going along with whatever for a good time. And I feel like by the end of this season, he really is actually thinking about some shit, you know? Like,
yeah.
Whereas the switch for Angelus, I don't know. Who's the more intelligent vampire? Spike, right? I mean, Spike is smarter than Angelus.
Well, it's like, what is smart?
Yeah, I guess that's the real
question. What do we mean by that?
I guess I mean, I don't even mean smart. I mean, Spike thinks things through a little bit more than Angelus. Angelus is, what do you call it? Like impatiently propelled forward. You know, he wants to, I mean, as is Angel, they want to throw themselves through windows. They want to start fires. They want to, you know, whereas Spike wants that. Oh my God, they're like the Angela Chase and the Rayanne of the piece. It's like one is a little bit more reserved, but wants to throw caution to the wind, which is Spike, is the Angela, I guess. And Angelus is the Rayanne. Yeah, I'll work on it. It's a brand new idea. Okay, I'll hone it.
This is just so interesting. Yeah, I'm looking forward to checking in on this.
Yeah, great. Anyway. Oh, one thing I want to say is, please correct me if I'm wrong, but the way that Spike laughs when Angel kisses his forehead is not replicated ever again in the series. It's a I'm gay kind of a laugh. You know what I mean?
Did you say, I'm gay?
I'm gay. For Angel, anyway. Gay for Angel.
Yeah.
Spike said bye for Boreanaz. Hit it, bitch.
Oh, wow.
He's got a broody stare and hot spiky hair. If you're straight or gay, your tingly feelings don't care. You're just being honest about this sexy demonic in your
that I wrote all these jingles, Kristin.
Honestly, I feel like the biggest reason we're doing it again is just so we can use the jingles more.
For sure.
All right. Buffy calls the library to check in. She has not found Angel anywhere, and Xander finds Cordelia up in the stacks. This is a really cute little beat before it gets really sad. At least I think it's very cute between Xander and Cordelia, where like she's like, "Oh, you're saving your precious Buffy. Like you would never die for me." And there's like a bit of serious, like she's joking.
Always trying to die for her.
Yeah.
When are you gonna die for me? It is cute. She actually likes him.
She likes him.
Can't we just kiss and make up? I don't want to make up, but I'm okay with the other part.
Yeah, it's sweet. It's sweet for what they are, like what they're doing. It's sweet. And oh no, they start to make out, but they pull apart. And when they do, we see that Willow has witnessed this kiss as well. Speaking of jingles, LaToya is calling for the Cordelia jingle here, which I support. She says no props to Xander, but props to Cordelia for clearly feeling bad when Willow catches them making out. Her growth from bullying Willow in the pilot. Hit the jingle.
Cordelia, I love you, Cordelia. You're perfect, Cordelia.
Jingle City, population us.
Oh, Willow is destroyed. And this is a clip. So she runs out. Xander runs out after her. And we're going to play the clip because there's no justice that Jenny and I could possibly serve to Allison Hannigan's performance.
I knew it! I knew it! Well, not knew it in the sense of having the slightest idea, but I knew there was something I didn't know. You two were fighting way too much. It's not natural.
I know it's weird.
Weird? It's against all laws of God and man. It's Cordelia, remember? The We Hate Cordelia Club, of which you are the treasurer.
Look, I was gonna tell you.
Gee, what stopped you? Could it be shame?
All right, let's overreact, shall we?
But I'm...
Willow, we were just kissing. It doesn't mean that much.
No. It just means that you'd rather be with someone you hate than be with me.
Simply the worst thing I've ever heard. You'd rather be with someone you hate than be with me.
And I want to jump through the screen and be like, Willow, that's not even the way it works. It actually, it makes sense to make out with somebody. In many people's experience, it makes sense to make out with somebody that you care less about than the person you care about. There's less risk there. Not that Xander and Willow are going to have a romance or whatever, and that Xander has feelings for Willow, but there is at least at this point, there is an emptiness between Cordelia and Xander that lets them just make out in a closet. That doesn't exist for Willow and Xander. They either have to have it all or have none. They're
Yeah. There's no gradient.
Yeah. And so I want to tell her that so she doesn't have to feel so sad.
So the We Hate Cordelia Club, Xander is the treasurer, which begs the question, what office does Willow hold? Who holds the other two sort of standard offices?
What are the standard offices?
We've got treasurer, secretary, president, and vice president. Okay. Also, side questions. How are they raising funds? What are they doing with the funds? Mm-hmm. Here's my proposal.
Okay.
Jesse is the president.
Oh.
Because Jesse seems like he's got that kind of energy where
charisma.
I think it's more like he would decide that he was the president. He would just be like, I should be in charge. I should have the highest role in the tier.
Okay.
Let's go. I think the vice president is Jonathan.
Okay. I was going to go Willow as vice president, and I also had Jonathan when you started this. But
I think Willow is the secretary because she does not believe that she deserves a leadership role in this club.
Okay.
At the time of its formation, when they were 8 or whatever.
Okay, yeah, that tracks. Well, okay, but then Jesse died, so is Jonathan president?
Well, I think they haven't held a meeting in the last couple of years.
It's been in disarray since that time, I see.
Yeah, they've been on indefinite hiatus.
Got it. Whatever. It's heartbreaking. It's sad, but it isn't when you know the rest of the story between Oz and Willow.
Everything's gonna be fine.
It will be, and the person my heart,
especially next episode.
I was gonna say the person my heart will in this quartet that is Xander and Cordelia and Willow and Oz. The person my heart will break the most for is Cordelia.
Yeah,
and I can imagine her face, her no makeup on. I mean, in hard quotes because it's TV, and of course you always have makeup on, but no makeup on in bed. So sad, Cordelia face around the bend, and it shatters me, truly. So you're all welcome that I reminded you. Let's go. You know what can cheer anyone up is leather pants. I have a question. About leather pants. Okay. Angelus is wearing them. And I want to know if he bought or stole leather pants, or if you think that Angel keeps a pair just in case.
I think that he has multiple pairs of leather pants at home. It's possible. I'm not ruling out that we've seen him wear leather pants before this in the series. Not in a here I am shirtless.
Okay.
Check it out. Notice my leather pants, but in a we didn't even notice the leather pants because his like
brocade
velvet blazer and his gigantic collar were like so eye-catching or whatever.
Okay.
I love that he's like, I gotta go home and put on my evil pants really quick. These regular pants simply won't do.
The part of Liam that actually carried over that is universal between Angelus and Angel is they fucking hate a shirt. They love to have their shirt unbuttoned or off completely.
Yeah. Also, Buffy walks in, right?
Wait. Before Buffy walks in, LaToya says, He's here.
He's here.
Yeah.
But we don't know that he's here right away because Buffy comes in and she walks over to the place where it happened. She's looking at the bed thinking, wait, I thought the sheets were red and satin. And then he silently, shirtlessly emerges from behind one of his little standing screens and isn't even facing her. Like, he knows that she's there. What was he doing? What I would assume is that he is ignoring her as a power play.
Right, and giggling to himself.
Yeah, but the fact that she did not see, like, it's not that big of an apartment.
Yeah.
Like, was he just like crouching behind a screen?
Crouching angel, hidden angel, you know?
Yeah, yes.
Only because I talked about a squirrel in the last recording. I want you to know that same squirrel who, oh my God, turned to face me and make eye contact just now. He's sitting right back and he's chewing on a little acorn this time instead of a piece of toast. He's a hardy gentleman. I think he may have the majority of the snacks in the neighborhood. I kind of love him.
Okay.
I just want to, if he comes back while we're recording, I'm just going to give the people an update on this chubby little squirrel.
Please.
Okay. Anyway, I don't know where he also might not have needed to be that hidden, Jenny, because like if you walk into a space where you assume someone isn't, it's like she's not looking for anything. She's going there.
Well, she is looking for him.
Is she though? Like, or is she going there to reminisce and touch his sheets?
No, she specifically is there looking for him.
I just feel like she doesn't believe he's there, especially based on how she reacts when he is there or some version of him.
He is somehow taller and like ganglier.
Ganglier, yeah.
While being a villain.
It's the eyeliner.
There's something.
Slimming.
It's the eyeliner? Yeah. How do you think it is that, because for the last 100 years, he's had a soul. He's been brooding. He's been staying in the shadows. How has he managed to absorb like the sort of modern way to be the douchiest guy you could possibly be?
I feel like it's inherent. Evil, I think, is very adaptable.
Okay.
I mean,
Sure.
are you talking specifically about how he knows how to be a shitty guy from 1997, 8? Where are we so specifically? Like the turn of phrase? Yeah, that's a good question.
It's just so interesting.
Maybe just how you were saying that, like, Angel remembers all of the things that Angelus does in this season once he's like once his soul is restored. Maybe Angelus, or whatever this piece is, the demon that is there, is also like aware. Just like the Inca mummy girl heard everything going on around her all that time. Maybe Angelus, has been around every Barry Manilow concert he's ever gone to. He's heard what shitty guys are saying, and now in the 90s, he's heard them as well. Or maybe guys have just been saying a different version of the same thing for so long that it's really easy to get in lockstep with the current timeline.
I just feel like the particular language that he uses is just so shitty and a specific, like,
You're right. You're right. And it fucking, like, it hurt. I don't know what your bodily reaction is, but when he turns around, everything in my body hurts because I can feel the, like, it doesn't mean we have to make a big deal out of it. There's something so, it's so specific. It's what? Fireworks, bells ringing, a dulcet choir of pretty little birdies. It's not like I've never been there before. And you want to kind of be like, Buffy would know that this isn't him. But, last episode, I talked a little bit about this, like, vulnerability that Buffy shows us in the last scene of, like, covering herself up with her shirt and, like, is this how she would be, or, like, with her body in this space or whatever? But the importance of, like, us understanding how vulnerable this is. And I think that, I don't know, and maybe you disagree with me, Jenny, but I think that, like, because of how vulnerable of a position she's in, it makes sense to me that she would miss this beat and just think, like, the worst thing has happened. This person that I thought I knew so well, I didn't know. He's different now. I did this thing and now everything is different. It's like it plays on not only, like, the fears of what I think adults tell kids, but also on the realities of what happens to so many teenagers when they have really intense feelings for someone and share an intimate part of themselves, and then that changes, that devastation and that betrayal that you feel.
Yeah. It's so hard to imagine experiencing pre-sex Angel and then this guy and thinking, like, how do you not just think, oh, he's evil now? Obviously, there are many, 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 many things contributing to that not being Buffy's perception, but, like, man, it's just so over the top. And it's so wild to think about how vulnerable a position she is in, that, like, she doesn't have access to her intuition and her sort of, like, Slayer true north. Like, I feel like, generally has, like, a pretty good idea of what's what most of the time, but when it comes to Angel, as we know, she cannot see straight.
Yeah, and that, like, we'll see her in the next couple of beats, staring kind of blankly into the middle distance, which is also a Buffy that we don't get very often. And I'm talking, like, series, like, on the series timeline. We don't get a lot of Buffy at a loss. Buffy, I always think of her, of course, sitting, what are the Knights of Byzantium or whatever? Like, when she's just sitting on the ground. Like, I think that's the peak moment of, like, Buffy vacancy. Like, she has left the building. But we get, like, a taste of that here. And it really is when her human emotions, or just, like, the weight of it all, is so much that it doesn't matter that she's the Slayer. She can't stand up and do the thing that she, like, needs to do or is destined to do or whatever, however you want to say it. And she did, it doesn't like in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't take her very long. I mean, I don't know how long it would have taken her without him trying to kill Willow, but I don't think it would have taken her that long to reconsider this and think of a different answer. But, I think it makes sense that in this moment where you're kind of having a panic attack, you're just like out of your own body, you're outside of your body where you're like, what is happening?
Yeah.
This can't be real. Anyway, it's fucking awful. The script, of course, has all of the words that Angelus says to her and the things that Buffy says back. But in the very like end of this scene, it says Buffy in parentheticals, a last plea, Angel, I love you. And then the direction says the son of a bitch actually winks at her. And then Angel, love you too. I'll call you. Love you too. Yeah, it makes me hurt inside.
So uncalled for.
So uncalled for. I don't think
really
that I've
does
ever.
the most.
And like maybe this is like something about the queerness of my teenage existence, or maybe not. I don't know. But, I've had versions of this experience but they're like the skim milk of this being the whole milk. Why did I bring milk into it? I don't know.
Yo, I really don't know.
I'm so sorry. I didn't see it coming. It took me over with its presence.
Oh,
but let's just erase that. And what I mean to say is it's a diluted version of this. I know that this specific thing, minus the soul and the vampire of it all, is something that people experience, of like having sex with somebody and thinking that it's going to be a meaningful experience for both parties, and then you find out that it wasn't meaningful to the other person. But that is not something that like play by play I have actually experienced, and I can't imagine the pain of that at any stage of life, but certainly as a teenager, or like
so brutal,
as a person who's just sharing this part of themselves with someone for the first time.
Yeah, no thank you.
No, thank you. You want to talk about vengeance?
I would love to.
To the modern man, vengeance is a verb. It's like commerce. It's an exchange. But to us, Uncle Enyo says, vengeance is a living thing. It passes through generations. It commands and it kills. So it's a beautiful speech, though. No, thank you. I think vengeance as a verb is much better than vengeance as a living thing that passes through generations and never dies.
It's really interesting because, like, how many times do you think it's come up for them that multiple generation, like that it would that it would be relevant multiple generations later?
Yeah.
Like, we are the cursed deployers. Occasionally people we have to deploy curses onto are immortal.
Well, and you know what? Let's play a clip. We don't do this often, but I'm going to play a clip from our original coverage because we're talking about a soul, and we're talking about math, and Joanna is there. So of course, let's give a moment to this. And then I want to talk a little bit about something that we discussed in that first episode as well, which I think is related to what you're saying, Jenny.
Yes.
All right, here we are in 2017.
You think you're dating the nice guy, and then you have sex with him, and then he wants nothing to do with you anymore, and he treats you like trash. And what if that happened? But it's because he's lost his soul. An ancient Romani curse says if he has an orgasm, he can't. Anyway.
Yes. Yes.
This Romani curse has an orgasm clause. It's fine.
Right.
But
God, yeah, that woman who wrote that curse, she was really creative.
She thought of
She was
everything.
like, but if you have an orgasm, then it's over, man. I actually
Does that mean?
No, go ahead.
I mean, I'm just wondering.
Oh, like, can he not pleasure himself? Is that what your question was?
I think it's supposed to be. I think the explanation around that is like true love orgasm. True love plus orgasm.
Orgasm equals
math. That's the math.
Yeah.
True love plus orgasm equals negative soul. So.
Oh my God.
Hellmath.
Okay, and so that is, the wheels were spinning, and soon thereafter, Hellmath the phrase Hellmath was born. Credit to Joanna Robinson. After that conversation that we played, Jenny, we talked a little bit about this curse as well. Like this, that it doesn't make a ton of sense. Sure, give him a soul, so he has to be tortured. 100%.
Yep.
The math there, very clean. But then if he achieves a measure of true happiness, why would you, and I'm sorry for repeating this for those who are listening to both episodes, but why would you have him not just die? Why are you going to say that what happens if he does achieve this is he will simply be the same exact evil demon that did this in the first place?
Did the bad thing in the first place. What are you doing?
That does I just feel like maybe a couple more workshopping sessions were needed before this was put into action.
It's just wild.
Jenny Calendar and her uncle, I should say Yana and her uncle, are having an exchange at the end of this scene. And she's really upset. He's like, now Buffy's going to have to kill him. And Jenny says very astutely, if she doesn't get killed first, and she's like, people are like, this doesn't make any sense anymore. Like, people are going to die. Isn't that the opposite of like this entire thing? And her fucking uncle says it's not justice that we serve, it's vengeance. And the way that Robia delivers "We're all fools" and shaking her head as she walks out at the end of this is so powerful to me. It's just like, you have lost the thread. You've lost it. Like, you have gone so far into this like vengeance that you're not even aware that you're doing the same fucking thing that he was doing that you were supposed to be undoing. Like, the whole it's very powerful in any circumstance, certainly in our current global circumstance. It just really hit for me.
It did. It's wild. It's wild. It's wild to hear this. It's wild to hear this exchange, and also it's just like, man, yes, Robbie is firing on all cylinders. Vincent Chiavelli is just like crushing as he always does. He's just like, I feel like I wasn't in the room. We don't know. We haven't read anything to this effect, but I just feel like my imagining of the scenario is that like this was the like, oh, we could get somebody like this guy who we probably can't get, but then they got him, and then he came and he did this, and it's so great.
It is. It's so good. And I thought you were going to say, isn't it wild? Which we'll say a million times, how you can watch something from 1998 and be like, yeah, we still live there.
Oh, that too.
Yeah.
I'm working overtime to not remember where I live.
No. Okay, so Willow has returned because she knows that what they're doing is actually more important than her feelings right now, which kind of is a puzzle piece to the uncle's opinions on vengeance. Like, this is actually, Willow's able to, her level of like maturity and her ability to think through things tells her this is more important than my feelings. So she's back, and Xander, a light bulb goes off for Xander because we learn in this episode, is that true? Is this where we learn that his army intel from Halloween has been retained?
Yes.
Okay.
Right?
Yes, I think it is. Sorry. I just saw my next note and laughed at my own self. Before we get to Xander's army plan, Angelus has the lights have gone out. How the fuck did he do that, by the way?
What's up with the lights?
Yeah.
So how are they not like, this is not the man we know?
Well, if they didn't get it then, Jenny, he's like, Willow, come here. I have to show you something. And then Willow says, what is it, Angel? And Angelus says, it's amazing. That's when you maybe should suspect that there are larger teeth in the mouth of the man you once knew.
But also, this is on him because, like, he should not be doing better. He should be turning in a better performance. He should know how not to act. Unbelievably conspicuous.
Conspicuous. He's so conspicuous.
That was an approximation of how I speak when I have my fangs in.
Yeah. It's just, but and the same, we talked about Buffy and believing it for this beat, but the same is true for that. It's like if he had just been like closer to Angel, but slightly shitty, it would have been so much worse. He could have done so much more of a long game with this than, but he needs the drama. I mean, that's the foil of the villain and Angel is they both need the drama.
Yes.
Xander senses something, which I think is kind of a cool beat for Xander. Like, he does walk away from Willow, but you see him like stop in the hallway and turn back. Like, I don't know. Something didn't feel right about that. But before he even is able to take a step back towards them, Jenny Calendar is there saying, Willow, you need to get away from him. It's too late.
He wants to give Buffy a message. And Buffy's like, tell me yourself. And he's like, because Buffy has shown up. It's not really a message you tell. It's sort of just like you finding the bodies of all your friends. That's my message. Would you like it?
Now, this is a big difference between Angelus and Spike. Is Angelus doesn't care about the poetry. He's like, I just wanted to leave all your friends dead. That's the whole thing. It's the whole tale, start to end. Yeah. Okay, so I have 4 big notes for this. I have 4 big notes for how this scene ends.
I'm ready.
First of all, Willow, sad face. Okay, this is Willow in peril.
We hate it.
Second of all, Xander saving Willow. Okay, like to the point of Xander and Willow like being like, we're gonna go into the warehouse or we're gonna go to the factory, whatever the fuck we're calling it. Like, you see that they're serious in this moment because Xander fucking has a cross. I don't even know where the fuck he got it from the weapons bag. And he doesn't give a fuck that this is Angelus. He goes directly up to him and gets Willow, saves Willow. Like,
yeah.
Third of all, Angel kissing Buffy and then tossing her to the side is a really particular thing.
It is. What, that's not how you kiss?
I mean, it has to be the exact right set of circumstances. And then, yes. Fourth of all, maybe nothing funnier in the episode to me than Angel's backwards walk out the fucking school doors. Just like, cha-cha-cha, cha-cha.
Dude, the like backwards through the swinging doors and then sideways. Is too funny.
This is where we get the middle distance Buffy, right? I think Xander says, Buffy, are you okay? Buffy?
Dude. It's so sad. Did you know that it's a really sad episode, actually?
Yeah, I'm getting that sense.
It's a tale as old as time. New year, big goals, but no time to cook? Factor makes it easy with fully prepared meals designed by dietitians and crafted by chefs, so you can eat well without shopping or cooking. Factor meals are delicious and, wow, loaded with quality, functional ingredients, including lean proteins, colorful veggies, whole food ingredients, and healthy fats. There are no refined sugars, no artificial sweeteners, and no refined seed oils. They've got 100 rotating weekly meal options, including high protein, calorie smart, Mediterranean, and ready-to-eat salads, plus the new Muscle Pro collection supports strength and recovery. They're always fresh, never frozen, ready in about 2 minutes, no prep and no stress. I am a huge fan of Factor meals, as a person who's always trying to find more hours or even minutes in the day, but who also really cares about what I'm putting into my body. You know, food is fuel and it matters what you eat. I love that Factor offers a delicious, healthy option that can really help you save time. Head to factormeals.com/buffering50off and use code buffering50off to get 50% off your first Factor box, plus free breakfast for a year. Offer only valid for new Factor customers with code and qualifying auto-renewing subscription purchase. Make healthier eating easy with Factor.
What if I told you that 2026 is the year you launch your business? Maybe you've got an idea you just can't shake, or that hobby that everyone in your life is telling you to sell. Taking that first step and finally taking action can feel impossible. But with Shopify, All you need to turn your dreams into your new future is at your fingertips. Make 2026 the year you transform into the entrepreneur, founder, and boss you were meant to be. And the one powerful move to make it all happen is starting your business with Shopify. Shopify gives you everything you need to sell online and in person, giving you all the tools to easily build your dream store. Choose from hundreds of beautiful templates that you can customize to match your brand. And you can set up quickly with Shopify's built-in AI tools that will help you write product descriptions and headlines, as well as edit product photos. Millions of entrepreneurs have already made this leap, from household names like Gymshark and Mattel to first-time business owners just getting started. Marketing is built in too. You can create email and social campaigns within Shopify to reach customers wherever they are. And as you grow, Shopify grows with you. The same dashboard that you start with will evolve as your business does to handle more orders and expand to new markets. In 2026, stop waiting and start selling with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/realm. Go to shopify.com/realm. That's shopify.com/realm. Hear your first this new year with Shopify by your side.
All right. Begin the Giles is clueless about his teenage daughter arc. Everyone slowly is putting things together, at least putting together to like lay off Buffy for a minute. Giles is panicking very hard. And there's reasons to panic. There's a judge and now Angelus is back. But when you think about the fact, which Jenny, Calendar, and Willow are thinking about, that Buffy is in love, has been in love with the person who just changed into his most evil self, regardless of what happened the night of her birthday, you might want to take a beat. And Giles is just too worked up to take that beat, and he's pushing and pushing and pushing to find out if she knows anything. What did he say? What did he do? What happened?
But Giles is like, if we only knew how, if only there must have been an inciting incident. Buffy, can you think of anything of note that occurred last night?
Ugh. She gets up and leaves, and Willow says, Giles, shut up. So Xander's plan is to go and get a bazooka, Is
it a bazooka or is it a rocket launcher?
So it is, I actually don't know the answer, but I did look up the difference between a rocket launcher and a bazooka.
You did?
Yeah, and it has to, I think the bazooka is specific to World War II, and it is the so-and-so is attached to the back if it's a bazooka, and it's in the front if it's a rocket launcher. So they do essentially the same thing, but it's like bazooka is like the type of rocket launcher.
Oh, okay. This is the a whiskey rye bourbon kind of thing. Okay, well the script does say the script specifies rocket launcher.
Okay, so this is a rocket launcher, and if you're a weapons expert, you can email us at hello@bufferincast.com.
Yes. Usually we only get to ask
crossbow
medieval weapons experts to write in, but I'm looking at some bazookas right now, and they just look quite not rudimentary, but older.
Okay.
Than what she
has a modern day rocket launcher.
Yeah.
Anyway, they're going to...
Whoa! The rocket launcher I'm looking at is big! But then there's some less big ones that look more like what she uses. Okay, sorry, carry on.
Xander's whole plan, if I may, is that he's going to go and get a rocket launcher from the army base, which is in Sunnydale, ? This is still Sunnydale?
Oh, I have something for this.
Okay.
There is a Space Force base in Santa Barbara County.
Okay. So maybe Sunnydale has an Army Force base?
Could be.
Either way, Xander's plan is to use Cordelia as a distraction. Basically, hey, I just wanted to bring this girl back. I need a private place to be. Cut me some slack. And instead of having sex with this girl, he's going to steal a rocket launcher for Buffy to use against the judge.
To make it convincing, he says, wear something trashy. Because she's wearing a really trashy sweater set from Charter Club.
Yeah.
just feel like the wardrobe people did not receive the script or something.
Agree. Or it's just supposed to be that Xander's just making the joke to make the joke and he doesn't care what she's wearing. He needs a car bigger than Cordelia's for this rocket launcher. And so now Xander and Willow are in sort of a pissing contest with their new partners.
Yes.
Oz has a van. Ha ha. The one thing I wanted to say about the library scene before we go to the warehouse again is that Giles has a moment where he's like, I know where she is, or like whatever. And Willow very pointedly says, you can't actually understand, Giles. Like, this is not something that you have the ability to understand. And I love that. It is true.
This episode is like so bananas. Have you ever thought about that? Sorry, I'm just like casting a regretful eye back on my big thoughts about the episode, because I feel like what I didn't say and what Bear's saying, what should be said is that, like, when you think of this episode, you're like, the episode where Angel gets evil. Oh no! But it's also like so many other things. Xander and Cordelia are starting to acknowledge each other as real people. Willow finds out. Willow is like casting about in the darkness. Like, there's something going on, like brewing with Oz, but she can't fully focus her eyes on him because she's like, you know, clouded by her feelings for Xander. We've got Giles coming in hot with like the incredible dad stuff. And sorry, I should look backwards and say, and also Oz like having the emotional intelligence to like see and articulate that to her, and then also to like let her know that that's not a deal breaker.
Yeah.
He's just going to be true to himself, and that's how he's going to like engage with her. We've got the big Jenny reveal to the group.
Oof.
And then we've got like the devastating ending of it. There are like so many important character things happening in this episode that are moving us forward at the same time that we're getting this gigantic mid-season turning point. It's just like there's just like so much in this episode, and I feel like we talk about this. We've been talking about this a lot on this watch, where like you don't realize that like some of the most devastating lines, the most memorable lines in this show are just tucked away in sort of like very Monster of the Weeky episodes, like lighter fare. But it's never just one thing. There's always like many layers to this succulent cake.
Wow.
That I'm looking at with my moist young eyes.
No. In the factory or the warehouse or whatever.
Yes.
This is where we get the line, to kill this girl, you have to love her. Drusilla also very astutely says, oh, you don't want to kill her. You want to hurt her just like you hurt me. Take her seriously, despite the fact that she pokes Miss Edith's eyes out right after she says this, because she's seeing in Angelus what she and she alone knows about Angelus, how he can slowly hurt as he kills, you know, and that is dark. There's also, maybe this is not incredibly important, but the scene, so Angelus is going to kill Yana's Uncle Enyos. We just get that he walks in. The script actually has him saying some things like, so that you know that he's not just killing him. He's going to slowly torture him and make it a very slow and painful death.
Although I would argue that not that long after Buffy, Giles, and Jenny Calendar arrive. So did he really have time?
I know. Well, that's probably why they
do a lot of torture.
Yeah.
The other thing that this like what you were just talking about is bringing up for me is like, we think about the Slayers we will see die in flashbacks that are yet to come in fights with Spike. Right? And what we know sets Buffy apart from the long line of Slayers that precede her is that she does have these sort of like familial and like earthly connections to other people. These other Slayers, I mean, we look at Nikki Wood and we know that she does have a tether in Robin, right? But that's extremely unusual, and there's definitely like a lot of tension visited upon that relationship by her Slayer duties, and like her Watcher is involved in maybe like a more fatherly or grandfatherly capacity there, and like that's very complicated. But like what we generally know about Slayers is that they don't have anybody except their Watcher, and if a Watcher is doing their job in the way that the council wants them to do their job, there's not a connection really there either. Does that figure in at all to this idea of to kill this girl, you have to love her?
Yeah, I would say 100% yes, right? Because, I mean, you saying that, obviously I'm going to think about Kendra. And like, Kendra is never going to have put herself in the position that Buffy is in. I mean, like, that's just not
where there's emotional conflict.
Right. There is
killing a vampire.
Right. Which was like a huge part of the reason why we got What's My Line, in the series already, is to show us that Kendra, a Slayer like Kendra, is going to fight and kill. Angel would be dead already. It wouldn't have mattered that he had a soul. Those kinds of complicated, I mean, that's like the stickiness of it, right? Is like those kinds of nuanced thoughts are what muddies it up and what puts you at risk. Like, you have to keep it black and white. And I mean, I'm not vouching for that. Obviously, I'm on the Buffy line of things, and I'm always muddied up. I'm so muddied up that I don't even know what end is up half the time. But like, I do think that yes, that informs, to kill this girl, you have to love her.
Yeah.
That's not a weapon for Kendra. Honestly, it's not a weapon for Faith either. They being like the two extremes on either end. Like, this is not Faith's feelings. Like, Faith's feelings, obviously we see that's a whole other chapter of discussion. But like, Faith and Kendra, I think, are both able to do things that Buffy cannot do. And I don't think that this line applies to either of them.
Yeah.
Do, 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 do. We're in Buffy's room.
Kristen, when are we going to get podcast clotterings? Plotterings.
Did you say potta rings?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, if we're going to get them, the time would be now. So I better do some research. Friend of the pod. If the microphone is facing up, it means you belong to somebody. Buffy takes off her clotter ring, and she.
Wow, I'm fucking dying. Sorry, I just loved it.
She cries and she cries. I write in my notes, this is the one time in television when you can put your boots on the bed. This is a time when you would put your boots on your bed.
Yep. Clottering on, boots off.
Yes. Clottering off, boots on. Yes.
Correct. There it is.
She cries herself to sleep, and she has another dream that begins with a close-up on the white sheets that, sadly, they are having sex upon, making our book in need of a deep edit. So...
that we're like really hanging on to this, taking accountability, holding accountability. What do we say?
Holding space for accountability.
Yes, being accountable, holding ourselves accountable. There it is. There it is. Okay,
these are not David Boreanaz and Sarah Michelle Gellar's moans.
Yeah, it's almost worse.
It is not almost, definitely worse. But I feel like as a podcast, we should just leave it there. And if you want to know more, you can find out for yourselves.
Yeah. It's not our business to tell you.
No. There was something, and maybe this is still a thing with close-ups, but I just feel like the 90s was a real time of two people on screen are having sex. And the way we're going to show that to you is by close-ups on body parts that are probably like a knee or like a shoulder, but like could be something even more scandalous.
Oh God.
It made me think of But I'm a Cheerleader, which like has this scene between Clea Duvall and Natasha Lyonne where it's like they're in the van, but like most of the scene is just close-ups on body parts, and it's like,
yeah,
our brain is just gonna fill in the rest, but it just feels very 90s to me.
We do get a really nice, super close, detailed framing of the red velvet blankie, though, which like really highlights how we got our wires crossed.
I mean, no one can say that what they think of is a white sheet. They think of the red. The red is
not
playing. Yes.
Definitely not.
Okay, so after the sexy time replay, Buffy is at a funeral. This girl is always near a fucking grave that she might fall into or be pulled into or whatever. Angel is there and says, you have to know what to see. And then Jenny Calendar pulls her veil up.
It's like, you have to know what to see is such a weird way to say it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whose funeral do you think they're at?
Angel's.
Angel's at his own funeral.
Yeah. I think they're at Angel. Angel has died. Angelus is back. But this is Angel at his own funeral telling Buffy how to look for the next clue.
Okay. All right.
Whose funeral do you think they're at?
I don't know. I guess he is in the sunlight, so
yeah.
Could be Ghost Angel. I was kind of thinking it was Giles, but is Giles there?
Oh.
No, right?
I don't know, but why would it be Giles?
I don't know, just for vibes. Oh, or could it be the sort of like out of time funeral for the girl that Angel killed, which led to him being cursed?
Oh.
We're just grasping at straws here.
This is called Writer's Room with Kristin and Jenny.
Yes, welcome to it.
Sarah Michelle Gellar walking with one intention is incredible. She literally walks through the front of Sunnydale High School and does not breathe until Jenny Calendar is on her back in a fucking throat hold.
Yeah. Throat hold.
I don't know. I don't know what to call it.
I like it. I like it.
But it's like, it's amazing. It is so fucking good.
Paging. LaToya made a great point. I was like trying to figure out who to page, but who do you page? The principal. LaToya was like, this was Snyder's one opportunity to really get Buffy good and expelled.
Yeah.
And where is he?
So much happens, right? Jenny Calendar, not just an evil character, obviously. We talked about it last episode as well. But like, she immediately owns up to what's happening. Like, she's not trying to fucking pretend. I mean, from the moment that she said we're all fools, she was kind of gonna fucking tell everybody anyway, I think. I don't even know that Buffy needed to do this for her to reveal what was happening.
Where was she last season if she was supposed to keep Buffy and Angel apart?
She had to learn
somebody else.
She had to learn how to be a techno-pagan.
She had to learn how to be a techno-pagan. Yeah. Do you think at this, like, when the mask is off, do you think Giles is like, did I just get she's all vetted?
The betrayal on Giles's face because he's like, Buffy, you can't just like go around accusing anyone right before Jenny is like, no, this is for real. Like, she's correct. She's right.
Yeah.
Also, in this exchange, you know, we learned Jenny was here to watch Buffy, watch Angel, blah, blah, blah. They never told her what was going to happen. And then Buffy's like, so you think it was me? Like, I did this. And Giles does not understand.
Giles. Oh, Giles. I thought you were a Ripper once. How could Angel have achieved one moment of true happiness? Were you playing a Monopoly and he won?
Did he read a really good book while listening to a lovely record and drinking the perfect tea? No, Giles, they had sex. He takes his... If we're going to do a ranking of most impactful times that Giles takes his glasses off, this has to be in the running. He does not want to see the truth of the fact that Buffy has had sex at all, let alone with Angel.
No.
Buffy's like, curse him again. And if you can't fucking do it, take me to someone who can.
Cut to, I knew she would bring you. I suppose you want answers. Uh-oh. It's not Buffy. It's Angel, and he doesn't want any answers.
He just wants some of your blood so he can leave Buffy another note on the wall.
That's right. Yep.
All right. Moving to the army base where we're going to get our rocket launcher. We've given Cordelia her jingle already, but I feel like she has earned it double time because the fact that she took this direction from Xander with no information whatsoever and just fucking does this thing, like she is the reason that this plan succeeds. I'm not a soldier, right?
Right?
There's just a little language thing in here that I want to give some attention to. This guy that lets Xander and Cordelia into the thing, whatever. He says, "You've got 20 minutes, Nimrod." And I was like, Nimrod? That's a word you don't hear anymore. Is that is that a word? Is that a problematic word? Like, what the fuck is a Nimrod? Do you know anything about this?
Not a thing.
Okay. So this is kind of cool, I think. Nimrod, the actual definition of Nimrod is a skillful hunter. That is the origin point of this word.
Oh.
According to, but we know it as you dummy, right? Like, you're such a Nimrod. According to Garner's Modern American English, Oxford University Press, 2009, astonishingly, the change of Nimrod as a skillful hunter to Nimrod, in our understanding being a dummy, can be attributed to a Bugs Bunny cartoon. Bugs Bunny ironically refers to Elmer Fudd as Nimrod, comparing him to the great hunter while mocking him as a poor hunter. Garner's claims that reference, the extremely popular cartoon, was misunderstood as idiot, which over time led to the change. It also suggests that the cartoon led to the decapitalization of the word. The argument is that this is an example of a stage 4 verbal change. I don't know what that means.
Whoa.
But Bugs Bunny.
Who knew?
Changing language.
Unbelievable.
Incredible. Anyway, there's a very self-aware line. So whatever, Joss, Xander, Joss, blah, blah, blah. We've talked about it. We don't need to talk about it a ton, but I was thinking about like the vulnerability of Buffy in this, and we're like, she's 17, right? Like she might have emotional maturity because of this or that, but she's 17. Xander is given this line, which Nicholas Brendan delivers very well. I'm a 17-year-old boy. Looking at linoleum makes me want to have sex, right? Cordelia has said, like, just looking at guns make you want to have sex? Is that like a thing? And this line is like, it's just way too... I'm sorry, but there's a 17-year-old boy, Xander, as a 17-year-old boy, is not going to be delivering a fucking line like this. It just is too self-aware for me. It really clangs.
I agree. It definitely sounds like somebody else's words in a teen boy's mouth.
Yeah.
Let's go to the van now for the most romantic moment in film and television history.
Agree. Hit it, bitch.
Do you want to make out with me?
What?
Forget it. I'm sorry. Well, do you?
Sometimes when I'm sitting in class, I'm not thinking about class because that would never happen. I think about kissing you, and it's like everything stops. It's like freeze frame. Willow kissing you. Oh, I'm not gonna kiss you.
What? But freeze frame.
Well, to the casual observer, it would appear that you're trying to make your friend Xander jealous, or even the score, or something. And that's on the empty side. See, in my fantasy, when I'm kissing you, you're kissing me. It's okay. I can wait.
So this is good, actually.
This is
very good.
It really is. Just Seth Green's line delivery on what? When Willow says, "Do you want to make out with me?" alone is just epic. What? Like it's almost a BoJack Horseman. What? You know what's so interesting is I just finished saying that like Xander does not have the self-awareness to deliver this kind of like looking at a linoleum floor makes me want to have sex. Oz would never say that, but Oz does actually have the self-awareness to advocate for what he needs and to be honest above all else. So, and like that is a huge thing that separates Oz from Xander. And you know, it will continue to be why we love Oz so much. Why Oz is so many people's very first television crush, setting the bar so high. Also, that's on the empty side. Like there's just some lines that are so incredible, and that's one of them. That's on the empty side. You know, I want you to kiss me when you want to kiss me, when you're kissing me. Also, sorry, I know we played the clip, but Willow kissage, come on.
It's pretty great. I mean, in my fantasy, when I'm kissing you, you're kissing me is really like the thing.
Yeah. All right. Back to sadness. Uncle Enyos is dead. Angelus has written, "Was it good for you too?" on the wall like a stupid little bitch. Smuggest bitch of the episode, Angelus. From now until becoming.
Yeah, seriously.
And Buffy makes a really good point. Well, she says she's going to kill him. But she also makes a really good point in saying he's only making it easier. He's not making it harder.
Yeah. This is a good way to get Buffy prepared to kill you after a certain point. Like after she knows that you're evil now, you've kind of lost the currency of you can only turn the emotional knife so far.
Yeah. I think if Angelus was really going to twist this knife, he would have played it conflicted. You know, pretend that Angel is still in there. Pretend that there's still these flashes you get. Make it hard. Like, I don't want to tell you how to make this worse for Buffy because it's already bad enough. But I have some notes, Angelus. Drusilla and Angel are leaving Spike behind, and they're going with the judge to the mall, the best place to suck up a lot of souls.
Well, I know where I'd go if I wanted to line up. What? Do you line up at the mall?
Well, I mean, I think it's just an Ozian way of saying, I know where a crowded place is. I know where a lot of people go.
Maybe.
Please let us not skip the moment where Giles opens the rocket launcher box with a crowbar. Yes. Will we get Giles with a chainsaw later? Sure. But Giles with a crowbar? Fine by me.
I like it.
Mm-hmm. Not only that, and this is like hard, it's not simply sexy, but it is sexy in the fact that he's standing behind Buffy. Buffy tells Jenny Calendar to get out, and she's like, "I just want to be able to help." And Giles says, She said, get
out!
She said, get out. Dad said, sorry, this is my kid. Don't fuck with my kid.
And Buffy looks at Giles, and Giles looks down. And I love him.
Mm-hmm. At the Sunnydale Mall, Buffy hasn't gotten her shopping trip yet. Before she gets that, they got to do a little rocket launching. The judge zoops a guy, taking his humanity, charging up the last charge he needed before he could connect the dots, is what I call the fight move he uses. Zapping all of the people at the mall at the same time. We get Buffy, Oz, Cordelia, Giles, and Xander all walking with the rocket launcher, which will be our before the hero shot credits shot in season 3. we get the judge doing his best impression of Jenny Owen Young's when he is shot with an arrow from a crossbow. He says, "Who dares?"
That is something I say. That's true. I don't know what it is, but the slow-mos of Angel and Drew sort of like ducking and diving are not effective. They do not look good. They are silly and bad.
I think, you know what I think it probably is? I'm fine with them, but I think that usually when we get scenes like this, we're in the dark, Like, it's very rare for us to have such well-lit
Yes. Way too well lit.
Way too well lit. Plus, it's like the mall, so there are fluorescent lights. It's not the best, It's not where you want to have your fight scenes. Drusilla is the judge has exploded into a million pieces, and most of the Scoobies have to pick up the parts. Hopefully, they will dispose of them in a less easy to assemble manner. Drusilla is so upset. She's like blubbering her way out of the mall. Buffy goes after Angel.
Uh-oh, they're all wet again.
That's literally my next note.
What do you think about Angel's bangs acting as a little roof over his face as he says just the worst things you can think of? Like, if I'd known how easily you'd give it up, I wouldn't have bothered pretending to love you.
Oh. You made me the man I am today. That's where Boreanaz takes it a little too hard for me.
Yeah, I feel like we've fallen off here a little bit at the end of the episode.
Yeah, I agree.
Also, come on, Buffy, you want it when they're fighting? You want to fighting?
Yeah, it's just a little, especially given the rest of the dialogue or whatever. It's a little clangy at the end, but then the fight is fucking great. The fight choreography is amazing. This is the first time that we're really getting Angel and Buffy, Angelus and Buffy fighting. That shit is good to me. The other thing that is good to me is that Buffy picks up her stake and she puts it down.
Oh.
And he says, "You can't kill me." And she says, "Give me time." And we know she's right. She just needs 8 episodes more.
She can't kill him. She can, however, kick him in the dick. And I, because I am the brave Googler of the podcast, decided in preparation for this episode to Google, why does it hurt to get kicked in the balls?
Well, it's like there's like a lot of nerve endings, right? And
well, let me tell you all about it. It hurts intensely to get hit in the testicles due to their extreme nerve density. Lack of bony protection.
Ew.
And shared nerve pathways with the abdomen, causing referred pain and nausea.
Oh.
As thousands of pain signals flood the brain from these exposed organs.
Wow.
This severe reaction is an evolutionary protective mechanism to prevent damage to reproductive organs as they hang outside the body, absorbing the full impact without bone or muscle cushion.
I mean, really, the whole answer, I think, was contained in exposed organ. You need to say no more.
I liked saying what I said.
You're going to earn that balls poster yet, Jenny.
That's right.
Oh, God.
So,
I'm sorry that we have another sound clip, but how could we not fucking play for you, Dad?
Don't apologize for having a sound clip.
Oh, my God. Giles.
You're welcome for this sound clip.
Buffy in the car.
It's not over. I suppose you know that. He'll come after you, particularly. His profile, he's likely to strike out at the things that made him the most human.
You must be so disappointed in me.
No, I'm not.
This is all my fault.
No. I don't believe it is. Do you want me to wag my finger at you and tell you that you acted rashly? You did, and I can. I know that you loved him. And he's proven more than once that he loved you. You couldn't have known what would happen. The coming months are going to be hard. I suspect on all of us. But if it's guilt you're looking for, Buffy, I'm not your man. All you will get from me is my support. And my respect.
Giles, hot dad. When you were younger, you were real bad. But now you're older, you've got glasses that help you watch over us. Thank you, Giles.
Oh, God. This is...
It's a lot.
I mean, she gets support from mom and dad in the end here. And that is really
She does.
something. You know? It's like when...
I do have one note for Giles, which is when you say that she did act rashly, what exactly are you saying? Having sex was acting rashly? Because I would maybe just disagree there, but
yeah, I mean, I think
other than that, great job.
Maybe acting rashly is more just like he is a vampire at the end of the day.
Yeah.
All right. So the Summers house.
This is so messed up. This is such a messed up episode.
I know.
Ugh.
And it's like, you know, did this scene between Buffy and Joyce nestle into my heart so deeply in season 2 when I first watched it? Or did this scene between Buffy and Joyce nestle so deeply into my heart when I watched it after I had seen the whole series? And like, I don't know all the ingredients that go into this moment just destroying me, but it destroys me.
What did you do for your birthday? I got older. Blow it out and make a wish. Just let it burn. How dare? Who dares? Just absolutely ruthless television making.
It really is a powerful 1-2 punch.
Yeah.
I'd like to at some point have the people vote on the biggest gut punch of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, you know? Let's stack them up.
Oh, yeah.
And see, because there's some doozies. And this,
I'm interested in that.
Yeah. But until then, we'll be recovering from our being punched in the gut and telling you who we are.
You don't want to be recovering from getting kicked in the dick by this episode of television?
Only Angel needs to recover from that.
Okay. Well, hey.
Also, do remember that he didn't just get kicked in the dick. He got kicked in the dick by Slayer strength.
Oh, true.
They'd probably kill a regular person.
Yeah, that's tough to think about. Well, I'm not going to think about it because I'm Jenny Owen Youngs, and when I'm not making this podcast, I'm making music. You can find out all about me at jennyowenyoungs.com, and you can say hey on socials at Jenny Owen Youngs.
I'm Kristin Russo, and when I'm not talking about Buffy the Vampire Slayer or soon to be the X-Files with Jenny Owen Youngs, I'm working with and for LGBTQ+ communities. Learn more about my work at KristinNoeline.com, KristinNoeline.
Buffering the Vampire Slayer is on socials at BufferingCast, and you can always email us at hello@bufferingcast.com.
If you'd like to support our work, we would love that. Please join our Patreon community, patreon.com/bufferingcast, or just go to bufferingcast.com and click on Patreon.
This episode was produced by Kristin Russo, Jenny Owen Youngs, and LaToya Ferguson, with support from consultant Mackenzie McDade. It was edited by Kristin Russo and executive produced by Jenny Owen Youngs.
What the fuck?
And till next time. Awoo.
Okay.
Awoo. Awoo.
Shadow that lit up my heart, your stare that took me apart. How could I belong in anyone else's arms? Shadow that lit up my can only ask, who was that? Who was that? I know that you were standing here, your face, your words, your heart so clear, but who was that? Held you so close, how it burned when we kissed. Time stopped its turn. And how could I belong in anyone else's arms? Held you so close, how it burned. Looking back, I can only ask, who was that? Who was that? I know that I was standing here, my face, my words, my heart so clear, but who was that?
Okay, before we say anything else, let's work backwards.
Go.
Because normally our Buffy Angel theme is do 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 do, but at the very end of this song it goes do 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 do. Sorry, I know you just heard it and it sounded better than me just doing that. But that last note variation is the equivalent. That's the sound of Angel putting his eyeliner on. You know what I mean?
What is the note? Like, what did you do something specific to the note?
What a great question. What's actually being played is but it's recontextualized. Those last two notes, which are a repetition of the first phrase, it goes like A, B, usually. Those being A and B, respectively. In this case, we stay on A, but then we're recontextualizing those two notes by playing different harmonic information, a different chord below it.
Oh, so the note is there. It's just surrounded by a different context.
Well, yeah, usually it goes, we're sort of playing like a G to an F, and then the normal melody is being played over that. Ba-da, ba-da, ba-da. Right? But in this case, we're going ba-da, 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 ba-da. So we're singing that B over an F chord, and the B does not make an appearance in the F triad, which is F, A, C. So you're kind of playing the fourth of that certain dissonant quality. It's got a little bit of a rub occurring, which we chose to do, which was my little idea.
The Surprise and Innocence, you wrote nearly exclusively, though, Jenny, in the lyrics I found. So we have a Google Doc for everything, including a Google Doc of lyrics for each and every song. They each have their own document. And in some of them, these skeletons of how the song came to be still exist, which is very fun to find, at least for me. It's fun for you to find, I imagine, as well.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it could be embarrassing, but it will definitely be fun.
Yeah. So what I found, so I'm going to tell you some of the working things that you've written down here, but I did find that I must have been present in some way, shape, or form, because the last thing, or one of the last things written down here in like the working part of the document is, you did a thing, you did a thing, you did a thing, you did another thing, you did some other stuff, that stuff was really nice, you did a thing, you did a thing, which is exactly how you write down when I'm like, something like I can tell that I was like, yeah, like, you know, it should be Buffy being like, you did this thing, and you were like, okay, I'm just gonna write that down and like reference it later.
Yeah. I mean, surely that was us at work. I think it is like funny. It can be funny to people who maybe don't have to write 100 to 200 songs in a year to learn that often while writing, especially for something as specific as like, okay, an episode of Buffy, where yes, we're probably trying to capture something emotional, but we also have like specific things we need to hit, we'll often kind of like map out, okay, like verse 1 is about this scene, verse 2 is about this scene, verse 3 is about this scene. Or it could be as micro as like, this thing is from like, this section of the song is from this person's perspective, or from this person to this person, person A to person B, verse 2 is from person A to person C, and so on. And then sometimes we've got the, okay, I want to like, you know, articulate a series of things like, you did a thing, you did another thing.
Right.
And sometimes it helps to just kind of put that scaffolding up and then kind of fill in the blanks at your leisure, or like as they occur to you, and kind of, you know, fit them into the chronology of the song as it makes sense. I also famously love to temp in words when I have a melody and I know like how I want the syllables to hit within that melody. I will often put in temporary words, and they are usually some combination of pizza and pie, because they're just the right. they're
malleable.
Right. Yeah. They're small enough. They're bite-sized, literally and figuratively. And you've got the pizza and the pie.
Do you want to hear some of the scratch lyrics? Or
I do.
I don't want to call them that, because I think when you're writing these things down, you're just sort of like on a quest. You're less trying to find the lyric than like journey through the feelings. You used to be my safest space. You used to be my safest place. Inside your force field where I longed to stay. Then you went from force field to fire. You used to be my 4-alarm. House fire and blah, 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 blah in your arms.
There we go. There it is.
See, like what, if I may, like what is happening for you, Jenny, in the songwriting process is you're saying 4-alarm, and okay, if we use 4-alarm, then we can do the rhyme with arms. How do we get to arms?
Right. Like, a lot of the time you can see where you're trying to get to, and you know where you're standing, but you just aren't sure exactly how to get there. So you have to figure that out, which is funny because it's like working from the middle out.
Yeah.
Working from the ends and then trying to like get like start pen in the middle and figure out how to get.
Yeah. You have, I see your lips move, but I don't hear a sound, which is definitely the moment in his apartment when he's being so horrible to her. Like, that's her experience of like his lips are moving, but just like, right, not hearing anything because it's so horrible. A black hole opened in my chest. Dark matter in my body come to rest. There's a rhyme there, so there's like a lot of really cool. And I haven't read them all, but there's like a lot of cool couplets here that you pared down. I mean, like you really had to leave a lot of your, I think, darlings on the cutting room floor for this one because it's a
good problem to have.
Yeah,
rather have too much material than not enough.
Yeah. This is a sad song for a sad episode. It's like she's asking who was that for Angel, but she's also asking for herself, right? Like,
yeah. Sometimes I listen back to these songs and I'm like, man, I want this song.
Yeah.
You know,
I have like a small little dream in my heart that one day you pick, you know, your selection of these songs and do them to their fullest, the way that you know, wish they could be at like full production and all of that, because there's just Innocence is a great example of a song that like you really don't play this very often at all, and it's so beautiful and it's so sad. I, having never gone through a breakup, don't actually know how to relate to it, but I think that if you have gone through
but you can imagine sort of like what it would be like for somebody who did go through a breakup, which you again have never done.
No.
Nor have I actually. This is entirely
it's
speculative.
So funny. It's a funny thing about us.
Yeah.
The Regency era. You might know it as the time when Bridgerton takes place, or the time when Jane Austen wrote her books. But the Regency era was also an explosive time of social change, sex scandals, and maybe the worst king in British history. And on the Vulgar History podcast, we're going to be looking at the balls, the gowns, and all the scandal of the Regency era. Vulgar History is a women's history podcast, and our Regency era series will be focusing on the most rebellious women of this time. That includes Jane Austen herself, who is maybe more radical than you might have thought. We'll also be talking about queer icons like Anne Lister, scientists like Mary Anning and Ada Lovelace, as well as other scandalous actresses, royal mistresses, rebellious princesses, and other lesser-known figures who made history happen in England in the Regency era. Listen to Vulgar History wherever you get podcasts.
From the darkest corners of our imagination comes a game show that's more ridiculous than terrifying. Welcome to Tickled to Death, the horror comedy game show where nothing is sacred, everything's a little unhinged, and the only thing more cursed than the questions are the jokes. I'm Roz Hernandez, your fearless host, and each week I'll be leading a brave group of guests through twisted horror trivia, improv games, and enough sarcastic banter to make you question all your life's choices. So come for the screams, stay for the snark. Listen to Tickled to Death wherever you get your podcasts, and hit follow unless you want the show to follow you. In the meantime, don't get tickled to death.